Welcome back, everybody. Let's do some drawing. So we're continuing with this the third video, I think. Hopefully this will be the last one. Right. Let's go back to the Trolls Market and carry on. So as we spoke about last time, need to do like a little bunch of onions because, you know, it's crucial. Right, so I did a few little bits off camera, just a little bit of tidying up. I missed a few little lines here and there, so nothing exciting, just a few little bits and pieces. I just wanted them to be all sorted for this video. Right, so drawing some onions. You know how they're all like bunched up and you see them in like fantasy stuff. I think that's visually just a really pretty thing to draw. So that's what we're doing. Thank you for the wonderful suggestion to do onions. That was an off-camera suggestion, just don't know what I'm on about. So I'm still thinking about the ridiculous mandrake. Had me in giggles again, actually. As soon as I came off, I was looking at the video and sort of just checking everything was in focus, and just the worst thing I've ever drawn. Mandrake with a nose. Horrific. Anyway, we won't be doing that again, hopefully. But maybe that will be our new sort of go-to when we need a celebration video. Just lots of mandrakes. Not with noses, please. Don't think I can take any more. Right. Not very good onions, are they? They don't really look like onions. Oh, I should have gone and had a look at onions, really. I was thinking this is like their skins and... yeah, fine. Sort of onion-esque, isn't it? Oh, I forgot to draw the little onion bit there. Sort of going into the cage somewhat. There would be a back bar of the cage, but I don't want to do that because I think it will be a bit messy. Right. So I've changed this little bit, and hopefully I've changed it for the right reasons, but give me a little earring. Originally the little gremlin, little creature, he was gonna be, what was he? He was gonna be chewing the hag's hair, like a little strand. Had like got away from her and he was just gonna be chewing it. But I forgot that I had drawn a little kraken, so now he's sort of being grabbed by this kraken, baby kraken, mini kraken, and it's being pulled away by it. But I don't think he's too angry because he's essentially just being pulled out of the cage, so maybe this is how the chaos will come about, because of this little mini kraken we shall call Mervyn. Kraken Mervyn. Mervyn the Kraken. Nice chap. Yeah, so we just we don't need too much detail because it's going to be lots of other little details, but we do some little suction cups here. Absolutely adore any sort of octopus or squid. I think I rambled about this in the past, but I think everything about them is just so alien. I mean, if you want to draw sci-fi, they're a squid. As if they got blue blood because it's not iron that carries the oxygen in their blood. I think it's like the copper or something, and got like a donut shaped brain, and they're just aliens, aren't they? Definitely fact check everything I'm saying because I read about them years ago, so no doubt I've probably forgotten most of the actual facts. I'm probably just making up. They shoot lasers. Yeah, that's definitely one. Right. Some little tentacles. Doo-doo-doo. Alright, cool. There's a little hand sticking out of, slipped a little gremlin hand from the grasps of the mini kraken. That's really cute. Alright, and then his little knee. And his other little leg up here. And we don't need to draw. I mean, I suppose we could draw a little knee there or something, but I suppose it's the other character's leg there as well we need to draw. What is that? Is that the arm? No, it's the ear. Wait. I've drawn something really weird there. Or maybe it's the arm behind. Oh, I don't know, whatever it is. That's fine. Let's not worry too much. Right, cool. We've done a little mini kraken, little Merlin. There we go. And then probably up like another tentacle here. I'll just sort of make up as I'm going along. Sort of wrap around and then it goes up this way. And then there we go. Wow. I feel quite brave actually just throwing that in, because last time I drew something on the top of my head, we had that monstrosity. So that worked out better than I thought it would. Good. Alright, am I on camera? Excellent. Carrying on. Alright, so let's see if we can draw the ropes a little bit quicker, because we don't need to take up too much time drawing ropes. Okay. We'll do a little thread gone AWOL there. And we won't connect that because I don't want it going over the leaf. Okay. And then we'll do another little thread. Oh, I was rushing now. Oops. Cool. Lovely. Right. And then, so this plant, I had an idea for. It's kind of like, is it a foxglove or a foxtail? Foxglove? I always forget which one it is. It's kind of like normally very bright colours, and bees and butterflies love them. Foxglove? A glove of a fox? Don't know, right. And so, okay, I see what I've done here. So, the abomination of a mandrake. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that. It's really loud outside. But he had a few more leaves, so we'll just throw a few more in. Another hole there. God, that is very loud. Oh, Ice Cream Man's here as well. Everyone's here. Guys, I'm trying to draw a video here. Oh, don't we know? Anyway, so on the end of this rope as well, we'll have it wrap around. And we're going to have some, I guess they're bones. I think makes sense when a few little bones and trolls market. Okay, cool. Nice. Cool. We don't want to do too much with them as well, because there's already so much detail here and little places for the eye to wander that, like I was talking about earlier. I can't remember which bit, but I was talking about those. It's good to have these quiet areas in a drawing, just so gives your eye a little bit of a chance just to sort of rest and relax a little bit. Something that I still sort of struggle now. I always think more detail is better, but I don't think that's the case. Right, okay. I'll do a little bit here, and nice. I have to keep drawing at really weird angles. I don't have to draw at weird angles, I just always have. Okay. There we go. Nice, cool. Right, I think we're looking pretty good. And for time, we are probably going to overshoot it slightly, but that's okay. Right. I'm not sure if to stop the video and wait for the person next door to stop strimming or chainsawing or whatever they're doing. Sounds like a chainsaw. What he's up to. I hope you can't hear that. It's really noisy. There we go. And then this is another one of those flowers that they look like something, but in fact they are not. It's going to be another weird creature that we drew before. This one was planned, the other one wasn't so much. There we go. There we go. Lovely job. A bit more of the stem kind of poking out there. Nice. Yeah, so if anyone's watched the first two parts and enjoyed them, I'd love to know your favorite bit. That'd be cool to know, actually. See what people are really enjoying in terms of the image. You know, any like specific bits, or that I'd like to know. That'd be cool. Just to see if anyone has the same sort of favorite bits as I do. Because I think every drawing I always have these bits that I really enjoy, and then the bits I can find a little bit tedious, or actually not so much tedious. I quite like tedium. Tedium? That can't be right. Tedianicity? No, I don't think that's right either. This is like another one of those creepy flowers that pretend to be something that they're not, and then when you get close, they grab you. Very cool. I'll do like it's alright. Do a little eye. And do a little tongue as well. Oh, cute. Not so much cute, but kind of cute. Yeah, I'll say cute. Right. So, yeah, I don't think this is one of the plants that actually are being sold. It's just a creature that has lurked from the top of the market stall, and thought this is probably a good place to catch some adventurers and beware of my presence. Very naughty plants in this market. Nice. I always find markets in fantasy worlds so wonderful. You know, you could just go down there and you just have pixies selling potions, or I don't know, goblins selling, weapons, promising the world with them, and they probably don't even work. I just think there's so many possibilities. We might have to revisit the idea of drawing markets again, because I think there's so much to do. So little time and paper to do them with. There was a film years ago, was it Hellboy 2? And that was based off a comic, and a really cool one as well. But they've got the best version of a troll market ever. So if you ever want to check that out. Definitely go ahead and do it, because it's well worth it. If you like troll markets and that sort of stuff, then you can't go wrong. It's visually, it's just stunning, and it's a really fun film, and it's kind of quirky and a little bit corny, but just in the right ways, And then, so this is the Hag's clothing, just shreds of fabric. Maybe she's setting a new trend or something, I'm not sure. But is that all of it? So is that hair? That's hair. Yeah, that's hair, that's hair. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. It was, I don't know, weirdly, this was a bit, I was really worried about doing the cloth, because obviously there's so much going on as well, and I didn't want it to, sort of annoy the rest of the drawing, as it were. Annoy, that's a weird way to say it. Get in the way, not annoy. I think the drawer minds. Alright, lots of doobie doos. And then, still on camera? Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Oh, this is great. Really happy with how this is turning out. And again, another huge thank you to all of you for making this troll market possible. Right, okay, so that's the bar, which doesn't make sense because it's bent, doesn't matter. And then, maybe we should do the back of the cage as well. We'll do that, and then we'll put one bar there, coming down. Oh no, that's the leg. Do some little dot, but yeah, see, fixed it. And then we'll do another bar in the background here, and then we'll do. No, we don't need another one there. We could just shade it, couldn't we? That'd be nice. You know what? I'll just do a tiny little bit, just to sort of show that it's not, it's not just a random piece of line art. There's something about it. Cool. Cool. Great. And then that's the floor. We'll do a little bit of, just to show that there's something there, a little bit of shading. And that's its leg. Yep, so nothing else there. Great, cool. Job done. Right, hag time. More hag. Right, so that's her neck. Sort of a nice big vein there, I think. She's like straining, like leaning over, try and get this customer to buy something, or trick her to buy something. The end of the table could be here, and her cloth, which is sort of hanging off here. There we go. That's fine. Cool. There's a lot going on there, isn't there? Yeah, even I'm a bit like, what is going on there? Right, I'll start drawing. So I had this idea for this lovely little gnome to be kind of being somehow poured into this, transaction with this disreputable hag creature. And I think this will be sort of a young adventurer, sort of maybe, her first time ever having a party, and, going on an adventure, and they're probably like, oh, okay, well, let's go to the market, but, don't wander off too far, and she's probably never been to a troll market before. I don't know where the rest of her party are, but they're probably not too far away, luckily. They probably save her just in the nick of time. And I also think that, as we spoke about before, there's a lot of things that might happen. There's the creature in the jar sort of escaping. There's the lovely little gremlins. They're doing their thing, being naughty as ever, trying to escape as well. There's the kraken pulling one of the gremlins out of their cage, so that they're going to be free any second now, aren't they? You know, that, and there's a little dragon that looks like it singed most of the cage that it's in. So that'll be going out soon as well. I feel like it's just moments away from absolute chaos ensuing in the market, which is great. Yeah. So we got to make sure we have enough room to play with the bag and everything else. Nice, cool. And sort of the plait will kind of stop here. Cool. There's the gnomes, a little bit of hair on her ears. There we go, that's cute. I feel like she would be a paladin or something. Has a sort of a paladin feel to her. And it's sort of there we go. Now a few little eyelashes. Yeah. And then little eyebrow. There we go. Cool. Little cheekbone. Yeah, that's quite cute. Then again, she's a gnome, isn't she? And they grow slowly. So probably could be quite an experienced, as you think of the story, yeah, she probably is quite an experienced adventurer, and maybe she's been informed of this disreputable creature, and maybe her whole thing is to maybe even lure her into a conversation. Maybe she's been stealing, or, you know, maybe this probably isn't a very illegal trade of animals, so yeah, maybe that's what's going on. Alright, so she's got armor. We gotta make sure we do the armor nicely. Nice big plate mail here. Oh yeah, she's definitely not first time adventurer, is she? She must be well known, probably. I feel like this hag's made a terrible mistake, sort of trying to get her to buy her wares. You know, if you got plate mail, then you've definitely been an adventurer for a while. And do some little hair kind of coming off over the side of her bag from her plait. Yeah, cool. Like that. Cool. It's a bit messy. It's okay. Nice. Don't want to draw too much up because I realise I've got the fingers of the hag coming around the back. Oh, it's very creepy, isn't it? So glad that everyone chose the hag. It's been really fun drawing, though I kind of overshot the size, and that's purely on me. Alright, let's do the hand. Kind of looks like a face hugger, doesn't it? Ugh. Face hugger from the Aliens franchise. Great. Really cool films. Well, if you enjoy Aliens, I mean, if you're not, then won't bother. Alright, little knuckle. Sorry, I completely forgot I was in a video then. I was just doing a bit of drawing. Right. Chat. What's this? Alright. Okay. Need to make sure not to do the finger at a weird angle. For some reason I've sketched it really weird there, but I can't imagine why, so I'll change that as I go. Why would I have done it like that? There was probably some very good reason, and You know, at the time I was like, don't do it that way. That seems fine to me though. Do some little haggish spots. Haggish. Reminds me of haggis. I love haggis. Right. Okay. Alright, cool. It's looking alright. Get little creases. And back on here. Right, where we are. So that's her sort of palm, isn't it? So we do the palm there. And that's right next to her wrist. Where's her thumb? Did I not draw a thumb? Nope. Let's draw a thumb real quick. We'll freehand it. I suppose it's kind of, like that. It's kind of like coming out the side, sort of. She's almost doing a thumbs up. You're alright. Fine. Okay, and there we are. Am I still in frame? Yeah, nearly. Good job, man. Cool. Yeah. So just thank you again to everyone just for all the support and suggesting this one. This has been a bit of a blast, and we're nearly done actually. We're very close to finishing. Just got the a backpack to do, and that'll be about it really. Haven't decided how low we'll go down on the drawing, but I don't think we need to go as low as I've sketched out. I think the main thing is to have the attention above ground sort of thing. So we'll see how we do. And right, some more ripped clothes of the hags here. We can kind of make this up as we go along. It doesn't need to be too much thought into it, as long as it has that sort of sense of ripped cloth. Like canvas, I think. Like sort of ripped canvas shirts and rags. I don't think hags really care about how their appearance is. Well, I suppose some do, don't they? They shapeshifters, and they can... Oh, it's illusions, isn't it? Cheeky monkeys. Cheeky little blighters. Cool. And then do some sort of rips in there and sort of continue. And that's it. We won't go too close to the face because we don't want to interact too much. We have that little bit of a space to, keep it clean. And there's the arm. And then my stone frame. Hey. I just broke the cardinal rule of not drawing lines too close together, but that's okay. I think I got away with it almost. You might be thinking, what is he on about? But it's just how I like to draw. Just make sure like arms don't get in the way, and lines don't sort of interact too much with other lines. Even draw hair like this, I sometimes get a bit worried, but it's okay. There we go. Some little, maybe like boils or something on her skin. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice and gross. Excellent. Right. Okay. We are almost at the finish line. Cool. A little strap here. I'll do a little buckle. And continue with this nice line. A few little marks on that. So yeah, she's been through a few adventures in her time. And we'll just have a little neck there. And then, what should we have? We'll have a little elbow pad. Like, not a bracket, but I guess it is kind of like a bracket, right? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how armor works. I just like the look of it. Continue this shine. Nice. Cool, nearly there. God, I'm not sure if that click was the chair or my back. Ugh. This moved really awkwardly. Felt my back go like click. Must mean it's nearly tea time. Time to have more tea, I think. And the hair at the end's a little bit greasy, you know. Being busy. Fighting monsters and keeping villagers safe and all that. The life of a fantasy adventure character, you know. Right. Cool, cool. And then we'll do the bag. And we don't want to have the bag look boring, so let's make lots of little threads and show that it's well worn and, you know, she's been on a few adventures. Cool. Nice. Right. Just going to pause there for a second because I need to grab a cup of tea. 2 seconds. And we're back. And it's almost like I didn't even go. Right. I don't even know why I said 2 seconds because I feel like it would have been better if I just paused the camera for a second. No one would know. You learn. Right. A little bit of chainmail. We'll carry on the bag. Right. Again, I don't think it needs to have too much detail, just enough to suggest that, you know, it's not a brand new bag. It's you know, been her companion for a while on these adventures. Nice. I realized actually when I came back with my nice cup of tea that I've missed a few little bits out with the drawing, and they're only little bits that I need to just tidy up, so I'll probably do that right at the end. So I might even finish the video and then have a tiny cleanup and then have the ending. That makes sense, because they're just little bits throughout, and I just don't want to. Yeah, it might take a while to go through them all, make sure I've sort of covered my bases everywhere. Covered my bases. Oh, sounds like work. No, it's definitely not work, is it? Mind you, having this is work. Imagine this is a full-time job, just, you know, drawing nice little images and chatting, albeit to myself, but I don't think I could get a much better job than that. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, there's a leather holder for leather holder? I don't think it's called a leather holder. It's called a sheath. Is that it? Sheath? In my head it sounds like chef. Always throws me off slightly. I've got a teeny tiny chef that on my back that holds my sword. And that sounds normal. Right, so some wraps for the sword. And we'll do some little thread bits sort of sticking out. It's a very well worn sword and well used. Yeah, this hag is trying to sell it to the wrong person, I think, but doesn't know it yet. I thought when I was drawing the little gnome, I was thinking like it kind of has that paladin feel, but maybe not. Maybe it's more of something else, like cleric. Cleric would be cool, wouldn't it? I'm gonna do a little bit of string at the top. Good luck charm. Okay, cool. We don't need too much here, but I can always add a little bit more things right at the very end, where you get yourself a nice cuppa. Okay, so we need a little bit of movement, just suggesting that the fingers are touching the hair, just a tiny bit. I won't do that one, so it's kind of like the bottom ones are wrapping around. Cool, gross. Alright, carrying on. I just realised I haven't drawn a hand at all. Oh, okay. Well, I will probably do that at the cleanup after, because I am not confident in my ability as an artist to draw a gauntleted hand without a pencil plan, really. I think that would be very silly at this point in a drawing for me to do that, because no doubt it would end up as horrendous as that. If I ever want to like think, oh, maybe I should do it freehand, I'll just draw a little bit of freehand. I just need to look at that monstrosity up on the top right of the page, which will haunt my dreams for many a day, I think. And it will stop me ever just drawing on a whim. I'll do a little bit of chainmail there. So then there's the bedroll. So the bedroll's got some straps. Let's start there. How are we doing for time? Okay. I'd like to finish it around about the 15-minute mark. That would be good, I think. I wonder how many people actually watch all the way through these videos, because they're very long. And I think my original plan for the videos on this channel, and the first video I ever did was, I was saying things like, oh, I just keep the little sketches and, maybe just, every now and again do something about 20 minutes, but the rest about 12, 15. Well, that doesn't work, does it, mate? That's absolutely... Oh, no, the magpie's back. Little magpie. Naughty. Very naughty. Yes, chatting away. Right. And put a nice little bit. I normally, whenever I do bags, I always have this this urge to do like pots and pans and sausages and all sorts of things hanging from it. I'm not sure whether to put that in right at the end. Maybe I will. I might do this video on pause for 10 minutes, sketch a few bits, and then come back to it and do that. That might be quite nice, actually, because it's always good to have a little string of sausages and nice crispy bacon. Sorry, I'm still in my Lord of the Rings phase. It's only lasted 20 years. Do some lines from the stitching. Not the best lines, but lines nonetheless. And yeah, that would be fine. And I just have one big crease there, another crease there. Not too much needed. I was going to put another little back. No, I will. And then we'll have one of those little toggles that sort of hold on to the bag to keep in place. I'll do like a little... I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing shapes at this point. Okay, cool. Cool. Nice. Very cool. This is going well. Keep away from the hair. Don't want to mix the hair too much with the rest. And then on the background. Oh, it's spiraling the wrong way. I've just realized. That's fine. You know what? Maybe we can actually make it work. Kind of weird looking, but I thought that was weird when I was doing it. I was like, am I spiraling that the right way? I was not, no. And then, yeah, that'd be fine, I think. I think I got away with it, actually. I don't know if anyone can see what I can see there. It looks really weird. But still, I quite like the movement, so not too worried about it. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, some more doobie-doos. And then a little, yeah, that's fine. Just like that. I don't need to overwork it. And then, oh, I'm off camera. I'm so sorry. Right. And the sheath of the sword. And nice. And then that'll be fine. So I do a little bit of chainmail here. It's kind of like the inside bit of her armor. What am I on about? The inside bit of her armor? You are. So it's just the bit of armor just there, just on her side where the chainmail stops. And we'll stop it there. There we go. Background. Background. Put another thingy-ma-bobby there. Nice. And then we'll do a nice bit of leather belt there. Okay. And we'll do her dress. And that will sort of be the end. Right. And we just need to finish this off. And like what I was saying earlier, we need that negative space. I think that's really important that we don't just keep overworking every section, so it has a little bit of rest for the eyes, which is lucky because I'm terrible at drawing cloth. Right, okay. Nice. So if you've enjoyed the chaos of this drawing, I think drawing 3 hours plus the sketch in one day might be a little bit more than what I think I'll do in the near future, even though that was quite fun doing. Maybe I'll do it again. Or we always could do like a charity thing one day, draw for an obscenely long amount of time and have something equally as, interesting to draw. Maybe another troll market. I'm sure there's lots of corners and nooks and crannies that we could explore in the troll market. Right, I'm just going to pause there really quick. Not that you'll know because I'll do it super quick. And I'll quickly draw the gauntlet for a little paladin / cleric. Right, we'll carry on. Right, hopefully that'll edit okay, but who knows? Right, we're nearly there. I forgot that God, that was a lot of conversation, a lot of words all of a sudden, wasn't it? I forgot that I hadn't done the table leg, and I thought, maybe I could get away without doing it, but I thought that'd be a bit strange. It just feels like the table's kind of floating, and so I'll just do it really quick. And I also just went back and I cleaned up a few little bits, just like little bits that weren't super interesting. I didn't think they would be too missed. Sort of, I just went back and did a bit more of the clothing of the hag, just to fill out a little bit, because there was kind of like just a void, and it just looked a bit weird to me. But maybe it wasn't. It was just I was noticing it a lot, and I thought, wow, it does look a little strange. Just, it's just there, Anyway, I wasn't paying attention just to myself then. I started drawing mushrooms, as you do. I've got a little gauntlet now, and I think once we've done the gauntlet, that will be it. So I will pause and set the camera just right, and then we'll have a little bit of a final shot of the image. Our 300 subscriber special. And again, in case I forget to say at the end for any reason, thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, we've got a little gauntlet and another little gauntlet. There you go, nice. Nothing too special, just a little bit of shine and shimmering on it, and I will learn in the future to draw better gauntlets, because I think they're really important, aren't they? Visually I think they're really cool to see, and I honestly don't remember the last time I drew a gauntlet, so definitely something that I need to work on in the future. And then there's the front side with, yeah, that's it. So I think we are rock and roll. So let me I'll just do a little pause, a little show around. Absolute chaos. I added a few ropes here and just tidied up a few little bits, but that's pretty much it. So I'll pause there, and actually, let's finish there, and I'll put a nice little photo at the end of the image. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me on this little bit of a marathon, and thank you everyone for supporting the channel, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to maybe a future image where the hag's getting her just desserts for keeping all these lovely creatures, albeit very naughty creatures, in cages. Right, you all take care. Bye bye. Suppose this is like a little bit of a bonus behind the scenes, but here we go. That's the whole thing. Yeah, very nice. Oh, my hand feels really weird for drawing so long. Look, I've got a mark where the pen was. That's where it lives, just there. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. You all take care.